Alright guys, I am in the process of respraying the wheels off my 991 and got it off the car. I've already done the other 3 wheels. This is the last one. This is a rear, right rear, and you can see there's a little bit of Plastidip that's been rubbed off around the wheel. There's a scuff mark there and something there. This is all from swapping these snow tires, and these are the newer Michelin Alpine, all full snow tires. You can see the tread's pretty aggressive, but around the holes and everything else, it looks pretty good. You can see there's a weight mark there where they pulled off from the old weight, and you can see on the reverse side, they actually put on a new weight, and they use Xylene or something else to take the Plastidip off around where they had to secure the weight. So I'm going to respray this. I'm going to take off some of these chunks of tar, I guess, that are stuck in there, and respray it and make it look just like I did the first time I sprayed it. Look factory almost. But first, you can see it needs a really thorough cleaning, and I'll get off some of this stuff from when they mounted the tires, and I'll be back. Okay, got the wheel thoroughly clean. It looks pretty dry. You can see looks like some of the spots that need to touch up. I'm not going to bother around there, around the center, because it's going to get chewed up, but there's a scuff here. And I'm going to have to get in the barrel some weights. But the first thing to do, and obviously around some of the edges, first thing to do is get some Xylene at a can here, and you want to touch up each of the little spots where you need to blend in. This is really easy. This stuff works really well. So what we do is just get this off. This stuff's very smelly and super bad for you, so don't touch it, or try not to, and don't breathe too much in. But I just dip a brush, try and wipe it off, and you'll see this works really good. Try not to get it too wet with stuff. You just go, you just brush this. You can see it'll start dissolving the dip. You just want to dissolve a little bit so the edges get feathered. You don't want to make it too bad. And again, you just dip a little. You can see that it changes the color a little bit, but when you spray over that, you won't even notice it. And here's a little bit on the edge. Gets rid of any of the loose particles, and you can see it starts to, where you're thin, it'll go right through. You just want to do that to blend it. You don't need much of this, you don't need much Xylene to do this. If you just brush it a few times, you'll see the color starts to change as you feather it in. You might make it look worse for a little bit, but believe me, it's not actually harming anything. I actually have a spot here that I touched up before without doing this, and you can see the indentation. And I always wanted to go back to this and touch it up again, so I'm going to do that. It's kind of gooey as you brush. Just want to blend it in a little bit, dissolve a little bit. Again, you don't want too much of this because if it runs, it might leave other marks. I don't know what that was, some kind of scuff. And here's another indentation I had from a while back, from a chip that I repaired. A chip in the Plastidip anyway, not in the wheel. It's kind of cool. All I want to do here is get this blended. See, you can see it's starting to show the metal a little bit. So I'm going to smooth it out. Okay, let's go the other way a little bit. There you go. And I'm just going to go around the wheel doing this, looking for any little spots that I need to touch up, like here. This is these are all marks just from the process of mounting the wheel. I'm going around looking for any other spots. And to be honest with you, I'm really surprised that mounting new tires on this didn't pull more away than it did. You can see this is not that severe. I thought it would tear the sides off this. I just don't want this to start peeling after I respray, so just going around the very edge, blend it in. Let's see, I just need a little more. And you can use any disposable brushes. This brush is probably a very pricey brush to be doing this with, but I had it sitting around. Okay, so I'm blending that in. Go back, touch that one up, and once that dries up, I will respray. I'm going to do the same on the back. Look for any spots to respray in particular. Oh, there's a little scratch there, some sort. I'm probably being more safe with this than I need to. There we go. You can see what happens when you start brushing that. It starts showing the metal underneath pretty quick because it just dissolves it away. So I think that's it on the face. I think I'm gonna flip the thing over, the wheel over, and start doing the back. Let's see what that is. Okay. So I've got the wheel taped off. It's been dried. Hopefully there's no little wet spots left, but I don't think so around the bead. It's taped off, and I'm going to start spraying. I use a Rust-Oleum trigger sprayer that I attach to the can. Helps a lot with just getting a nice flow back and forth like a paint gun. If I was just doing a real quick little touch-up, I'd just use the can itself, but you can shake the can, what's in it. I shook it for quite a while, and it's probably about 68 degrees out today, so I think we're good to go. So I'm going to start spraying. I just go back and forth, give it a first coat, try to cover. The bead, across the spokes. Solid, slow motions across. Highlight down. Get a nice cross. In spots where I know I need to hit the bead a little bit more, I'll put it on really thick. Sorry about the video. My tripod is missing. I'm anyway to do anything but handheld right now. So I give it a real thick coat since I've already sprayed it before. And I'll hit the back. Let's go on the back. And this, I'll probably have to move the tire around a little bit because I got this big spot to get. So let's roll it to a good spot here. Got this board to hold in place so it doesn't roll on me. There we go. And you can see there's some paper from previous weight that was on here, and I just spray right over that. I'm not really too worried about it, but easier than scraping it off. So I'll just start spraying this. Alright, and I'll keep doing this until I'm done. So I just finished first coat of a respray, and it's probably hard to see in this video, but I covered everything. Went on very nicely around the lip, but also there were some spots. One of them was right there that I had repaired before, but without blending, and I've managed now to get rid of any indentations. And put it on the respray extra thick will help with peeling off at some point in the future if I ever do that. You can see right here, first coat didn't completely cover that where my finger is. That'll get caught by the second or third coat. I'm probably going to put about 3 coats on top of this because I already had, I think, 5 coats in the original spray, and don't really need to go on too heavy. It is nice how it peels off. The heavier it is, the easier it is to peel off. And I did the barrel too. I'm not going to flip it up right now, but I'm going to do a couple resprays on that too. Alright, so that's it for now.